Jimmy, Greta is a setup by Attenborough. He was working with Schwarzenegger and Wattenmaker, the people who tortured you and wrote the Burstyn script. Her innocence isn't the point. There's no evidence that even Jeffrey Sachs doesn't understand that Chomsky, Putin, and Bush worked together on this project. The way people responded to the AIDS attack kept them silent about COVID 19. Had they opened the door to concern about COVID 19, it would have led to questioning why they were silent about AIDS, and that was because of the gay community. When you tried to help the gay community, what did they do? They turned on you. Just as the black people helping the extreme right wing white people who murdered your father, even though he dedicated his career to black advancement. That's the society we live in. Seattle is a combination of factors. They're pro Putin and pro Trump. It's not a contradiction. Chomsky and Trump agreed to a depopulation system. McCartney is behind the Kennedy assassinations, and so is Roger Waters. He's an intimate, sadistic, psychotic depredator. He's one of the most inhuman human beings who've ever walked. The way they tortured you and poisoned you, have you ever learned anything from that? These people in Seattle will lie through the teeth to get any scrap of money or bread that they can extort from innocent people. They're ripper hatters. That's what they are. And it's pointless to hope that their legal system will come through. The police will reform. The police are just a gang. That's all they are. They're just one of the gangs slapping five at the barber shop with Putin and Trump. There's no hope for reform among them. They're not going to come clean about having tortured you. They're going to defend the brutal, vicious pedophiles behind the AIDS attack to the bitter end. Greta is promoting the Flame Over Africa crowd, not willfully. She's too young to know. They were before she was born. But by refusing to question Intercept, Jeffrey Sachs is playing into the Flame Over Africa gang. All of these people are playing the hidden ace up Trump's sleeve. Chomsky was in on what Andrea Swimmer did. These people are with the pornographic sabotage of the Neva Corporation. All of them are. The carrot tape made by Jaime Carbonell was made by Neva Corporation. It was made by the Flame Over Africa gang. What do you think Carbon Hell meant? It's Flame Over Africa gang. And the black people standing by Obama are doing it because he's a black man. It's just like Mars being attracted to a candle and then being put out by the flame. It's not something that you can reason with. They torture people. They murder innocent people. They're not on the side of justice. They're not on the side of detective work. They're not on the side of law. None of them are. The people who are in the federal establishment would just as soon see innocent people sacrificed to settle scores as have to spend a day reading a legal brief. They refuse to step forward and represent somebody who's been mutilated in broad daylight. Refuse. As though there's some reason. They won't dare give the reason for the Holocaustal sadism towards me. They won't dare towards you. They won't dare give the sadism its name because their goal is to be able to put everybody under home surveillance, to put everybody under psychological manipulation, to put everybody under artificial intelligence, to implant neurotransmitters in everybody. You can see this was done by an Attica State prison warden working with Roger Waters. Wattenmaker and Waters were working together. Attenborough, Wattenmaker, and Waters are a combination of names put together in a synthesis that comes out as Waters, Attenborough, and Wattenmaker. rotten maker because they see the shaking their fist at Allah. And don't think that the people who are in Saudi Arabia and I don't know all this. They all know this. Iran is one of those places that is so devoutly religious that they roll over and play dead when holy war comes along. These people are deranged. They can't think clearly, they can't process information, and they refuse to abide by evidence and facts. Refuse. All you can do is cross your fingers and hope that Parkinson's doesn't advance too rapidly. They're sickos. I've told you this and told you this and told you this. There's no point trying to reason with them. You did everything you possibly could. I commend you. You tried to protect black people. You tried to protect gay people. You tried to protect women. You tried to advance civil liberties. You tried to warn the public. You did everything that was humanly possible. You're dealing with the criminally insane. Don't beat yourself up about it.